I picked one of the worst weeks to book a convertible. Now, in my defense, I booked this way back in March, and well, it's the middle of May. It's been raining all week. This is the first decent day we've had in Mississauga for the top to be down. So with that, let's try and get through as much as we can, as quick as we can, because I think it's going to rain again. Or with the 2025 BMW M4 Competition. It's their mid-cycle refresh, or as BMW likes to call it, LCI, their life cycle impulse. So let's go through what's new, perks, quirks, Irks, pricing, touch on the competition, and that should wrap us up. So, first off, what powers this? It's their S58 engine. So it's a 3-liter turbocharged inline 6, 523 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. They're an 8-speed automatic, and this has their M all-wheel drive, also known as their M xDrive. One more quick set of numbers before we jump into perks, quirks, and Irks. The Cabriolet has 385 liters of cargo space, whereas the coupe has 440. So you lose a bit because the convertible top has to go somewhere. I still fit a couple of bags of groceries, and it's decent, but if you're buying a convertible, you're not really worried about cargo space. So let's jump into what's new. 20 more horsepower than the 2024 model. It's a nice little bump. I don't really know if anyone's going to notice it. Torque stays the same, and if I am looking for an increase in something, it's going to be torque over horsepower, but 523 is, well, it's still mind-blowing and fantastic and wonderful and powerful. Next up on the what's new side are the headlights, and I really like these, and I find headlights can really make or break the appearance of a vehicle. So here BMW has refined them so you still get the L shape for your day runners and your turn signals, but when you put your low beams on, the main low beam light comes on. But there are 2 vertical stacked lights bookending that main bulb, and it looks so sharp. Updated taillights as well, and they also look extremely sharp. It's that nice thin line pattern, and again, lights to me can make or break the appearance of a vehicle by so much, and there's just enough flair and taste and elegance here that the lights on the M4 Competition for 2025 get full marks from me. We're running off BMW's iDrive 8.5. You get the curved screen display. You still get the rotary controller, which is so important to me. And yes, I know the touchscreen is so easy to reach, and it's intuitive, and it's responsive, and it's high res, and it does all the things, but I don't like touching a screen when I'm driving. I feel much more comfortable using that rotary controller, and it is also intuitive and easy to use. So that's my take on that. One day that rotary controller will go away from all BMWs. Until then, I'm happy that it's here because it makes a big difference in the amount of attention you spend on driving itself. Rounding off, and you'll see what I mean in a sec, the last of the what's new, you get a new steering wheel with a flat bottom, and you get these gorgeous, I think are perfect, new rims. Most BMW press cars come with black rims or dark gray or gunmetal or just something that's darker, and that's fine, it suits the vehicle. The way that this has been spec'd by BMW Canada has the perfect rims. They're bright, they're shiny, they're not chrome. I think chrome would have been way too much, but there is just enough pop here, and they match the huge tailpipes as well. So I would love to see more of these brightly or brighter colored rims on BMW press cars going forward. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Let's jump into the perks, and first up is going to be the drive quality. It is so fast, it is so quick and agile and precise, and I know that's what an M vehicle is supposed to do, and it's what it's supposed to be, but I know coupes really aren't as popular as the sedans, you know, looking at the M3 here and the M5, but the way that this has been set up, not only does it look good, but it just has such exceptional driving qualities to it. And in a way, it's a little bit of overkill, but that's what M cars are. That's the same thing with any performance division of luxury brands. So I think they've tuned it well. It's got the M adaptive suspension. It just feels really good, feels really planted. And the bigger perk than it being fast cargo is fast is that it's pretty comfortable and tameable on city streets. You don't always have to have this thing redlining, and you don't always have to have it going full throttle. I've done about 25% highway driving, and the rest has been city/urban driving. And this M4 Competition just does it all. And I wouldn't say it loves being driven at slower speeds. It's comfortable and relatively quiet given the engine that's in there. At lower speeds, there's not too much of confusion when shuffling through the gears, 1 through 8. And it's just something that I could see as a daily driver. Now, I don't do any kind of track driving, so this is up and on a track, but I can see the allure of having an M4 Competition on the track, same thing with the CSL. But if you just like the BMW brand, you want something fast and quick and sporty and aggressive and athletic, and if you're looking for a convertible, then maybe this should be on your short list. I don't usually go too deep on appearances because they're subjective, but the way that this 25 M4 Competition looks from the rear is just so aggressive. You get those oversized tailpipes, you get the elegant tail lights itself, and just everything looks so menacing and so just aggressive, and I just love the way it looks. And for a high performance vehicle, BMW has nailed it here on the design side. 2 more perks to go. First up is that it is an actual glass rear mirror as opposed to a plastic one, and I think that's a pretty cool move there. And lastly, the coupe and the cabriolet, same price, and the coupe comes with a power sunroof. So usually it's a few $1,000s more to go for the cabriolet, but good job BMW on not making the purchaser have to spend additional money on picking between the two. I only have one quirk for 2025, and it's not new for BMW, it's just the way the shifter's set up. Instead of pulling backwards to get into drive, you push the gear lever to the right, and then you go forwards backwards to do your manual shifting, and you go left and up to get into reverse and left and down to get into drive. But it's always been a quirky thing to me to push a gear selector to the right to get it into drive. I see a couple of drops of rain, so I gotta be a little quick here. On the Irks side, the only big one is still having to use the screen for my HVAC controls. I don't like it. There's space here for it. I know it's not the current BMW design language. I don't know if I'll ever fully get used to it. I really don't love it. Yes, you can use voice controls or just set it to automatic, but maybe I'm showing my age here at 47, but I really like physical controls for my HVAC system. On the pricing side, in Canadian dollars for an MSRP, it's $110,200. Again, the same price as the coupe. Now, quick touch on competition, and then we'll dig into the internal competition. So you have the Mercedes AMG C63, Audi's RS5, you've got Cadillac CT4V Blackwing, and then the call is coming from within the house. You have the M3, and here's my controversial take on it as far as other internal competition goes. It's the non-M4 series, so the M440i, and it still has a pretty strong engine. Power figures are in the high 3s, but pricing comes in at $73,900. Again, for Canadian MSRP, a difference of $36,300. And I'm not saying that this M4 Competition is the same as an M440i. Definitely not saying that at all, but I don't know if it's worth that $36,300 difference to pay more to get this. And yes, this is a true M car, and you get all sorts of performance bits and pieces in it. But if you just want a BMW 4 Series that goes exceptionally fast, maybe that M440i could be for you. But if you want the full deal, full package, authentic M vehicle, not like an M Lite, which was what you'd get with the M440i, then either the M4 or the M4 Competition is gonna be where you're looking. I think I'm leaning a little closer to the M440i and decking it out with all sorts of options for that extra $36,300, as opposed to going for this, which is the $110,200, and then decking it up with options. And another benefit with the M440i is you forego the luxury tax. I don't know how much price is going to make an impact if you're looking in this class of vehicle. Yes, the M4 Competition is spectacular. It does so many things well, and out of the box, it is just an explosively powerful, fast, very, again, athletic machine, but it comes down to wants versus needs. So again, no shade against the M4 Competition, but consider what it is you really need versus what you really want. That's going to wrap it up for the 2024 BMW M4 Competition Cabriolet. Let me know if you have any questions on what you've seen. I'm more than happy to get you answers as soon as possible. And I invite you to join the social media platforms. We are on all of the major ones. I thank you, I appreciate you, and as soon as this truck passes, I will say that without you, there is no modern motoring. So again, I thank you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.